So as a sneaker dad, my son had 40 pairs of sneakers before he was even born, and I thought it was just going to be awesome to lace him up with all these Jordans and Dunks and all these other like sneakers that I liked. However, I realized quickly that it wasn't going to work, man. You lace up these fresh sneakers on this kid and he would kick them off immediately. So we'd constantly have to lace up the sneakers, which we quickly gave up on. So I know there's probably a lot of other people out there in this exact same situation. So I wanted to give you guys a top 5 list of our favorite no-tie sneakers or laceless sneakers in this household. And this is like basically from 7 years experience. So hopefully you guys find this video informative. Now I'm breaking this list down from 2C and 10C and then bigger kids from 10.5 to 3Y. So 3Y is the same as like 3 men's. And so I'll start off with the smaller pairs and then we'll graduate to the bigger pairs by the end of the video. If you guys want to buy any of the sneakers that I'm talking about in this video, of course, if you guys use my links in the description, it does give me a little bit of a kickback. It lets the brands know that you guys rock with the channel. Always greatly appreciated. And also something I wanted to point out, if you guys use my links, it takes you over to like Nike and stuff, let's say, and you look at some of the shoes that I'm going to be telling you about, the retail might be like 65 bucks, but they might have other colorways on sale for like $38, but they might not be in your kid's size now. However, just kind of think for the future because you could potentially buy some of the shoes on sale now for when they're growing into the shoes like in a year or two. And that's something that I've done actually quite a bit. So for toddlers as well as big kids, I would say that the Nike Revolution 6 is one of our favorite shoes that we've tried. These are $65 at retail, but some of them are cheaper, obviously in the description. Some of the pros about these shoes though, for me, they are easy to put on. There are no laces, obviously the whole point of this video. There is a Velcro strap across the top to help lock down the shoe to the kid, and it makes it so active kids can just get moving, and it's really easy to do in these shoes. They're also really breathable, and you don't have to necessarily wear socks with these. Some kids like mine would just never wear socks, so a lot of times he would just throw those on and go to the park with just shoes, no socks. So it did work. They didn't irritate his feet at all, so it was a good thing. But he wore these from like age 1.5 to like probably 4. And then Maddie soon after had quite a few pairs of these as well. The only con I would say about these is just the durability of the shoes don't last super long, but that's because the kids' feet, when they start moving, man, everything just gets thrashed. So it is what it is. Another new pair that is on the market that I think is worth a look is the Nike Air Max 270 Go's. Now this is not the typical Nike Air Max sneaker. It has the FlyEase attachment on the heel clip of the shoe, which makes it very easy for a little kid to step into the shoe and stomp down on the heel, and then they can get going. And it works as advertised. You never have to mess with the laces or anything like that. They just slide them in, stomp down on the heel, and you can get rolling. It's a nice stylish looking model, especially if you're a fan of the Air Max 270. However, it doesn't give you that crazy bounce of like the original Air Max 270s, because those things are just crazy mass stacks of height, and you don't want the kid to have that. So you don't feel it like that. But overall, I think it's a pretty stylish shoe. The only cons I would mention about this, price tag $80 for a size 2C to a 10C, and then $110 for larger. So pretty expensive overall. But if you like that Nike Air branding and stuff, they are really easy to put on your feet, and definitely something that I would recommend. Now moving down that same sort of list, we have the Nike Dynamo Go, and this is probably our favorite for Maddie at this point. She's 4 years old, going on 5, so she can't tie yet, but she has like 5 pairs of these shoes. I bought her like 4 different sizes of these because she liked them so much. So I bought larger sizes like I suggest you guys do. And again, check the link in the description to see what colors and sizes they have available. And the look on her face when she was able to slide her foot in, stomp down on her heel, and just get rolling, like she was just really proud of herself to put on her own sneakers. And there's no better moment when you have a kid that's just at the age where they can just like wiggle their foot into the shoe and get going. I don't know. It was really super cute. But she still wears those shoes on a regular basis. When we like, hurry up, let's go, we're late, which is a regular saying around this house. So she just slides them on real quick and then gets off into the car. The pros are easy to get on. It makes the little ones proud of themselves, and they can lock in and go fast. And then there are plastic overlays over the top of the shoes that are actually really nice for added durability. And they do have some pretty nice colorways available in these models as well. Really colorful ones, which I like. And pricing on those is about $60 to $70. Now you can get these on sale lower. I think I got ours for like $28 on sale. Super cheap. So definitely worth getting them when they are on sale. Now the next one on the list is pretty much the staple across the board for toddlers as well as bigger kids and even adults like myself nowadays. In fact, they're the ones that got me into these Crocs clogs back in the day with Harrison. So Harrison was really into Crocs starting probably around age 1. It was the easiest thing to get on his feet and get going. They do have a little bit of lockdown as well. So you can do the sport mode and actually leave the heel tab in place, or you can do the relax mode and flip it up over top of the front of the shoe and get going that way. So there's 2 different ways to wear the Crocs clogs. Also, they have gibbets on it, so you can add a little personality and flair to each of the models. They also do have a ton of different colorways and a ton of different brands that work with Crocs, and they have a bunch of different companies that have their own versions of Crocs, like, you know, Star Wars Crocs and like Pokemon Crocs and everything in between. Again, from age 1 to even now, Harrison wears Crocs on a regular basis. We went camping the other week. He wore his Crocs. It was the easiest thing to throw on his feet. So it's really a staple in this house for sure. They have at least 4 or 5 pairs of Crocs at any given time, and then all different sizes and all different colors in this house. And again, link in the description if you want to go check out the variety over on Crocs website. It's insane. They have so much stuff over there. And I think it's really fun to get the little Jibbit add-ons as well. It just gives a little bit more flair. So the pros, I would say that they work well for all ages and you don't need socks to be able to wear them. They're also convertible. As I mentioned, you can throw them in sport or relaxed mode. And for some of the cons I would mention, they're not super breathable for the underfoot. They do have little ventilation holes and stuff, but underfoot, Harrison's feet sweat a lot. Also, the traction's not super crazy on them for the most part. And the last con I would say is just the Jibbits actually just pop off every now and then. Sometimes I'll just come home from school and he's just missing Jibbits. I'm like, oh no, that was like $20. But it happens, especially when kids are running around. And pricing on Crocs clogs are around $35 to $65, roughly, depending on the sizes. So if your kids are getting a little bit bigger, the 4 to 5, 6, 7 range, I would say that these are my 2 favorite options as of right now. These are the ones that Harrison wears on a regular, and that is the Nike Go FlyEase. Now this is an interesting one because this is actually the Nike Go FlyEase, which is the adult version. So it's the one with a convertible heel. You can basically put your foot in and snaps down into your heel. They look really cool, and the transforming feature on them is really awesome as well. I never even thought about getting these for my kid. They're made for people with disabilities, more or less, so they're easy to get on your feet. And I went to a Nike outlet once with a family, and Harrison saw these there, and I was like, oh, these are dope, and I didn't realize they were his size. But he was so intrigued by how he can just slide in and snap in, and it was like a transforming shoe. He really, really liked the concept of it, and I was like, wait, these are made for people that can't put on their shoes very easily, and I'm like, well, kids can't tie their shoes, so like it's perfect for him. I mean, he can tie, but kind of derpy like. Anyways, he really likes these. He has about 4 different pairs of these. Unfortunately, they only start off at like 3, 3.5 Y, which is men's 3, 3.5. But for Nike, I feel like this is really a missed opportunity. They could make these in smaller sizes, and there's a really cool wow factor to this product. So hopefully they start making them in kid sizes in the future. But I've had them since the launch, and I was like, why didn't I even think about getting my kid a pair of them? So there you have it. Now, as for some of the cons, again, the sizing only to a size 3, and the durability on the mesh is actually not very good either. Harrison's had a couple pairs of them, and the tongue section like splits apart. Like for some reason the material splits apart, and he's had it happen to 2 different pairs. So if they do make these geared towards kids, they need to re-engineer that tongue material to make it reinforced. He's also had the insole pop out before on those things, so it'd be nice to have those fixed down. Anyways, I have one of his favorite shoes in the last 2 or 3 years that I wanted to mention to you guys. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like on the video. And again, if you guys want to buy any of the sneakers that I'm talking about in the video, links in the description to each of the products. So the last pair is a pair from New Balance, and it's actually a laceless pair that is called the Dynasoft Reveal. There's a V4 bow system version out there right now, and this is using the bow system that we've seen on like snowboard boots and, you know, trail shoes and stuff like that. But it has a bow system specifically for these sneakers. And honestly, Harrison used this through kindergarten and 1st grade. Going into 2nd grade, he still has pairs as well. And it's a really great pair where you use the bow system on the side of the shoe. You pop the disc out, and then the wire lace is loosened. You put your foot in and then adjust the tongue, pop the disc in and tighten the shoe, and then they're good to go, and he can tighten it tighter and looser as he sees fit. He has a little bit of a wider foot too, so be able to control like how loose and tight he wants the shoes himself is pretty awesome. And then he can just get up and go again. And so he's had these for the last handful of years. I want to say he's probably had 7 pairs of these things. Like, he's really, really liked these shoes, and I've gotten probably 5 different colorways of them as well: blue, red, black, like iridescent color versions. But it's been one of his favorite shoes in the last 3 years that I wanted to mention to you guys. And there's a newest version he hasn't tried yet, the V4. But I think we're hopefully getting out of the laceless phase with him being able to tie his own shoes. Now it's just honestly a convenience factor for him to be able to just throw them on as quick as possible without having to do any lacing and stuff. So those are my recommendations from our personal experience from the last 7 years. And if you guys have any suggestions of other shoes that you would recommend for other people, feel free to leave comments in the comment section, even for myself, because I'm curious. Maddie's only 4, she's turning 5. There's going to be other options out there for her that she's going to want to try on. But again, thanks for stopping by and watching the video. I don't have a lot of kid videos usually on this channel, but maybe I should integrate more of them. I've been kind of wanting the kids to do some of their own reviews and stuff on the channel, so maybe we'll start integrating some as we see fit. But have a good rest of the day. Thanks for stopping by and watching, and hopefully we'll see you back for some more other sneaker videos soon. Peace, guys.